All right, 11 people in the house. Let's wait till we get a few more in here. Thank you everybody for coming. As usual, this is a spontaneous, intuitive, creative, imaginative, and courageous expression from the Soulogy Network. Spontaneity seems to be the way that we're all becoming more familiar with and more comfortable. Spontaneity, it's like having trust and faith in intuition, telepathy, truth. It's been pretty cool these last couple of months, these last few weeks too, actually, with all these new shows coming out. So many new people are coming into this community. If you get a chance to watch some of these recent shows, there's some incredible men coming on. We've got some incredible hosts and hostesses. Got a wide variety of offerings, and it's only going to get bigger. Because the great thing about the Soulogy Network is it is self-funding, and it is infinite in its capacity, and that means we can have an infinite number of shows, an infinite number of content creators, and eventually as we bring in the social community, an infinite number of people that can participate. So anyway, we got a big announcement. I guess it's a big announcement. Let's get to it. All right, we got 34 people in the house. Okay. So, yeah, I got the download just like we've gotten them before. We got the download March 1st to leave social media, leave all 6,000 video productions behind, and go start SoulogyNetwork.com. And you know how the Intel works. It doesn't actually give you a lot of steps in front of you. It just tells you to take action now, which is what's happened in the last 24 hours. Anytime that I personally have a big shift, the past, the present, and the future merge. And so part of the download is that all the past becomes more identifiable, the things that were leading you to this place. And as far as the future goes, well, this is the future. So, but anyway, the download, let's get to that. So what's going to happen here is the oversoul, my soul, the you, me, we, and it has led us to a point to the next phase of extracting. Not that there's anything wrong with Facebook or YouTube, and we hold them in the highest regard. We understand that everything's the same energy. We understand that energy cannot stagnate. We understand that we have to follow our guidance. That's what has brought us all to this community over the years, and we have to honor that. I've said many times on the show that if it doesn't make sense what you're hearing, then you probably should do it. And like many of you, I've got to the point now where I don't argue with the soul. We've done a lot of work on ourselves, and the ability to create in spontaneity, intuitively, imaginatively, courageously, and creatively, and in a unifying principle called the Trinity energy, is doable now without resistance. And where two or more gather, it becomes extremely powerful very quickly, and that's what's happening at Soulogy Network. So today we created two new platforms. One is Soulogy Network YouTube channel. You can go subscribe if you'd like. There's nothing on it. And the other one is the Soulogy Network Facebook page. And you can like it or follow it or subscribe, whatever. That's up to you. And there's not a whole lot on there now. There's some graphics going up, and Marina Gobier is working really hard on putting that together. And I'm sure she'll do the same with the YouTube channel. What we will be doing on Friday, I'm going to deactivate and shut down the SoulogyOneStudios YouTube channel and the SoulogyOneStudios Facebook page and the Soulogy group page and also the Todd Medina page. That's just something for me personally as well. I feel like that my personal social media page will be located on the SoulogyNetwork.com as we develop that part of the site. What we will be doing too, in short order, and I would imagine by this Friday, before this Friday, some of the first ones will come out, is that we will be, well, I'm sorry, let me back up. We'll also be opening a Telegram, a Rumble, a TikTok, a Twitter, and an Instagram. And I don't think I left anything out. So I think there's about 7 or 8 altogether, all named SoulogyNetwork.com pages. Each one of these pages on social media, we will release excerpts of all of our shows, all of the original broadcasting and productions that we have on Soulogy Network. We'll also still be spotlighting a couple of Soul Speaks 5Ds every week on all the social medias that will let us do it. And we'll also be spotlighting a show of the month for every show that's not Soul Speaks 5D. And obviously Soul Speaks 5D does about 40 shows a month. Everyone else does about 4. And so we about 1 in 4 will spotlight on social media's full-length broadcast so people can still see what we're doing. Now, in addition to that, just so everybody knows, if you're a guest on a program, on any of the programs on the SoulogyNetwork.com, on any of them, we give those guests a full-length editable copy of the video to share on any social media platform or website that they want to. It's just something that the originators, the producers at the network, we've never had any rules at Soulogy, but this is part of the transition that we're getting from the guidance, and I would consider this oversoul guidance because it's far more than my higher self. But eventually, all of it will be on the Soulogy Network as we're guided to just strictly do it there. In the meantime, we will be putting excerpts out on all of these new Soulogy Network platforms. And also that'll be on reels and shorts and that type of thing as well. Very soon, we're going to have, let me just pull it up. Very soon we're going to have the app, the handheld app for the Soulogy Network. And we're going to give it away free. And what that's going to allow people to do without subscribing for $12.12 a month is they're going to be able to come to this public page and they're going to be able to watch an unlimited amount of excerpts from all of our programming. And that will be constantly refined, constantly updated, and we'll probably develop more than one channel stream of that. There might be 3 or 4 channel streams very soon. The IT department is doing a great job. They're working on it. I've seen some variations of what they've got in mind. It looks fantastic. It is being designed for a handheld because most people are watching this, on a handheld device. So, yeah, I mean, the energy's been moving very rapidly. We've reached at least the initial stages of what is going to be one hell of a year. 2024 and 2023 is still, we still got some to go, but it's a hell of a year too, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of people forecasting that 2024 is going to be very obvious to many, many people, even before the end of the year, that the world is different and that these new Trinity creations and connections are literally anchoring onto the earth faster and faster every single day. And our understanding, my understanding, is that Soulogy is a part of that. Soulogy is a part of the new free energy anchored onto the earth. It's a part of the new, what I call 5D commerce, what you might call the embodiment of an equal energy exchange in the physical reality. So, you know, I've known for a long time that we're all going to be faced with letting go of every single part of the old matrix, in the sense of anything that possesses us, anything that holds on to us, anything that claims us. And I'm talking about driver's licenses, I'm talking about social security cards, I'm talking about anything that has a dualistic component to it will not stand. And that's not a, you know, a like a revolutionary aggressive comment. That's just the way it is. Nobody gets out alive. Everybody has to take every step on the soul highway, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it will always be in the universal field. So again, we're going to shut down my personal page, the Soulogy group page, and the SoulogyOneStudios Facebook page, and the SoulogyOneStudios YouTube page, our channel. And we're opening a YouTube, so it's already there, Soulogy Network YouTube. And like I said, there's nothing on it yet. And then we've just opened up a Soulogy Network Facebook page. And then there's also going to be an Instagram, a Twitter, TikTok, Rumble, and Telegram. And I think that's it. There might be one I'm missing. And again, just to kind of restate it, our plan that's happening very organically, as things should, and as we know they should and they will, as we continue to gain a greater awareness of ourselves and our relationship and origin from the unified field. We will continue to build the 4 facets of the Soulogy Network, and one of them is obviously content, and the content is beginning to gain some traction. If you've had any exposure to some of these shows that these incredible souls are producing, then you know what I'm talking about. If it's Mary Beckman last night and her premiere, which was absolutely astounding, if it's Pamela from Higher Vibrations, the show she just did with this incredible man. We have Anna Toothman last week with an incredible man. We've had some great collaborations on every one of these shows. Seamless is incredible with Glennis Rowe and her crew. And last week, or the week before last, she had on Athena from The Human Witness on YouTube. I mean, the cool thing about all of these producers bringing in their own guest is that it's fresh, it's clean, it's bringing in like-minded energy. It's allowing for conversations that need to be had. I just witnessed on Higher Vibrations a group merge in which it was so palpable that if you watch Pamela and her incredible, beautiful guest, the man, and I can't remember his name right now, and I apologize. It was just amazing. It was amazing to see very openly a 100%, 360-degree wide open merge of 2 souls, and all the souls that were in that field with them live and that we'll watch on replay. It was amazing. And in that moment, I know, or shortly around that moment, I had myself an incredible surge come through my body. I talked to another friend just briefly a minute ago, and they had the same thing happen to them around the same time. So there's some amazing energy that's landing, that's requiring that there be a cleaner and cleaner vessel, and all the doors of distraction and all the doors that create a loss of focus are closing, so that there are no more doors to open except for the one that we're walking out of and never really leave. That's ourselves. And what I love too about the conversations on the Soulogy Network is that they're full of compassion. They're 100% compassion. They're moving to, they're at their highest level of compassion in that given moment through these conversations. I mean, Adam Miller had a 30-year-old man on yesterday with his premiere, and it was an absolutely incredible episode. And then, my son, who doesn't really plug into Soulogy Network, but I guess kind of keeps tabs on it, he's 29. He happened to listen to it, and it sent him into some other Soulogy stuff. I thought it was, kind of a sign, as we're getting so many synchronicities now, and they're easier and easier to see, that young people are going to start coming. Young people like Jeremy Lassman, the Superhuman Show, they're going to come. The demographics of Soulogy are going to quickly change, but we will never, ever, ever be without the majority that has always been there and that always will be. And that's a 45 and over female tech challenged. They are the space in between. They are that empty space in the atom, which is 99.99% empty. That is the mother. And we want to just, in every opportunity that we get, to give the grandmothers and the aunties, the divine feminines in human form, that have been the backbone and that space that's held Soulogy up since the day it started. And so I just want to say thank you to them, because so many of them will never be in front of the camera unless I can convince them to. But they will never be in front of the camera. But the work that they have done on this earth, the universe hasn't missed it. And I just want to say on a personal level, thank you to those women. And I could name off hundreds, but I would forget even one, and it would be unfair. But I just want you to know that I'm pretty in touch with the Soulogy consciousness, and I'm certainly in touch with my own, and I'm saying thank you on behalf of Soulogy and Todd. So let me just say this again, because some people might have just chimed in. We have created a Soulogy Network Facebook page, a Soulogy Network YouTube channel, and in the process of creating Soulogy Network, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, and Telegram, and I think there might be one more, but I can't remember the name of it. The purpose is to leave behind the old and to build from the new. So we will be working with our IT department, or they're doing a hell of a job, and they've just been a goddess send, and it's been amazing. We're getting real close to being able to mass produce excerpts from all of our shows. We're going to flood the living hell out of social media like only the light can do. We're going to flood all of these platforms entitled Soulogy Network. We're going to create templates and processes for the producers to duplicate the same action, and if they should so choose to put out their work in the same type of format, we're going to automate it with AI, and it's very promising, and it's coming. It's inevitable. The universal energy is working with us very closely in the form of Soulogy, the consciousness. It's more than a community. It's something that, like so many things that we're coming into, we don't have a name for. But I can tell you that I believe that we'll have 10,000 people on here by the spring. That'll be a $1.5 million budget for the year. 1/3 of that will go back to the content creators based on a percentage of the viewership that they get each and every month. It'll be transparent, the spreadsheet. Every dollar will be shown and identified on the network for people to see every single day. It is a gifting, financial paradigm that is multidimensional and that is based on gifting and paying it forward in the honor system. Nobody's going to stand over anybody to pay it forward. We're just going to do our best to embody the equal energy exchange that this universe runs by. So I think I left one thing out, and that's I just wanted to go over again. There's 4 components to, oh yeah, I'll talk about that too. Thanks, Pamela. The 4 components of the Soulogy Network. One is the content, and the content is unlimited, and the support and of that content will be unlimited. We're literally working with these incredible IT people, Moody and Norin, thank you, and all of the people that help them. They have been so gracious, so understanding, so out of the box for the business world to meet Soulogy and to align with our dream and to join us. So the content will be extrapolated in a way that I've never seen before. We're literally going to flood this internet with all the excerpts. The second pillar of Soulogy Network is the database itself, the original programming that nobody can put a tag on. No YouTube, no Facebook, no nobody, no censors. And not only will it be the cataloging and archiving of all of the programs in its full form, but it will also be a database, and is becoming already. We've got a new iteration on the network where we've got tags and ways you can search and people you can search, but it's got a lot of work that needs to be done to it, but you can kind of see where it's starting. But it'll also be a catalog and a database of excerpts that will be supported by an algorithm and a classification system or a meta text system that will make it easy for people to find the things that they want. As an example, let's say you see an excerpt of QHHT by a person, John Smith, and you want to know more about it. You'll search QHHT. You'll get every excerpt that talks about it, every full-length video that talks about it. You'll be connected to everyone that is a practitioner of it in the Soulogy Network, etc., etc. So 1 is the content, 2 is the database. The third pillar is the software itself, what Moody and Norin and their crew bring to the table. Basically a customized software universe that not only presents Soulogy Network and all of its features to a viewer, but also behind the scenes supports the cataloging of it, making the excerpts, disseminating it to social media. I mean, so many different things. And then the 4th pillar will be the social community. It'll be the last thing that we add. But I would say in months, what's months in the ascension? In months, we'll have everyone that becomes a member, and possibly those that are not subscribers. We don't know yet. We just have to see, because in the final analysis, the objective is to make it entirely free. Because remember, we're in a transition. We're building a bridge from the 3D to the 5D plus, and that means that we have to do things that kind of phase our way out into a certain place. But when that social community hits, everybody that wants to can come in and create a social profile in a place where there's algorithms in your favor, in a place where there's no censorship and no bullshit, no fuckery, and in a place where energy itself leads you to where you need to go, what you need to see, and who you need to see, without any psyops bullshit, that is obviously populated out in YouTube and Google and Facebook, etc. So I repeated the message of this, this broadcast 3 times. So if you didn't get it, you can read the text here and on the announcement that I put out an hour ago. But let me just say a couple more things. First of all, just kind of give you an update with Soulogy. Soulogy is not about Todd Medina. It never has been. It's about all of us. And I was told in 2012, when this name was given to me by the consciousness that's Archangel Michael, Soulogy, the other side of truth. And I was told then that everybody is a part of Soulogy, even if they don't want to be. It includes everybody. It's a small mirror of the universe. It's a reflection of the universe. It's a reflection of the Oversoul. It's the next attempt in its own way, in its own space, to remix all of the Akashic records, all of our experiences into a new birth, into a new universe, into a new everything. And so I just want to make that clear, that it is a unity consciousness platform. We are in the process of finalizing the first of many, and I'll call them councils, that will be the infrastructure of Soulogy Network and the Soulogy universe. This first council is made up of myself and 11 other people, and we will begin to organize our efforts so that we can start to play to the strengths and to the propensities of people, what they like to do, what they gravitate to. From this Council of 12, other councils of 12 will be formed for different things, different aspects of the Soulogy Network. There will never be a single person making a decision at the Soulogy Network. It will always be as the universe is designed, reaching for that perfection of pure equilibrium. It will always be that way, and to borrow some matrix terms, the bylaws that will probably never be written down, as nothing's ever been written down at Soulogy. We don't have a doctrine and we don't have a dogma. We have hashtags. But as it will be written in those bylaws, if you use corporate language, exactly what I'm telling you. The abundance equation of 369 will be written into the bylaws of, to use a corporate term again, and that will be that 1/3 is cost, hard cost. 1/3 of every dollar is put back into Soulogy, the reinvestment, to create more and more creations, 5D plus creations. One of the early ones is that we will begin to create ambassador sites. You might call them spiritual centers, where we play to the strengths of a local person and we support them by maybe paying the rent and letting them generate abundance from there and positive energy, etc. So 1/3 is hard cost, 1/3 is reinvestment into Soulogy itself, and 1/3 goes to the community. And again, that will all be transparent, and we will start doing that when we reach 3,333 people. And just to give you an idea, when we have 10,000 people, which won't be too far after that, it'll be $40,000 a month. Will be 1/3 of the subscriptions, and if somebody's getting 8% of the viewership for the month, they're going to get a check for $3,200. I hope to be, and I expect for the tech to support us, that these allocations of abundance will be made on a daily, if not a minute by minute basis. And so I'm honored to be a part of this. I'm honored to be walking this earth with every one of you, every single person on the face of this earth, including the Joe Bidens and the Trumps and whoever you like or dislike. There's a great emergence occurring. I know that Soulogy is a part of it, and I'm sure there's other Soulogys around the world in other forms and stuff. But Soulogy has always been a hub. It's always been a place where people meet and things are formed out of. I can't even tell you how many groups I know of and how many relationships and how many friendships and etc. And it's all based on us being ourselves. It's all based on being in a space where you trust and you open up 360 degrees and you become more and more and more transparent. It's the bravest thing that we can do. It's the most powerful thing that we can do, and it's the greatest share that we can have with each other. We are no longer being held up by those things beyond this realm, so to speak. Our multidimensional aspects, our galactics, our angelics, our divine essences, our dark aspects, our light aspects, all of this stuff is contained within us now. And the only thing that's keeping us from operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in full consciousness of it, is our own belief in it, which only comes through the highest love in the moment for ourselves that we can have. So we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on keeping on. We're going to keep operating off intuition, telepathy, creativity, imagination, and courage. And just do the best that we can. So thank you. It's 33 minutes and 33 seconds, so I guess it's time for me to go. But thank you very much, and I hope to see you at the SoulogyNetwork.com. We will be having some promotions very soon. Oh, I will talk about that. We'll be having some promotions soon, like a 7-day free trial on the Soulogy Network, which is $12.12 a month or $144 a year. Oh, I forgot. We are having a Soulogy Fest in Houston, Texas on December 8th, 9th, and 10th. And it is going to be an incredible experience. It will be the third Soulogy Fest experience. The theme of the show, the title of the festival is Everybody is a Star. We've already got about 8 people coming from Europe, 1 from Mexico. We got a couple from Canada. Everyone is a star. Everybody is a star. That means whoever comes will be a presenter, a performer, a workshop leader, if they choose to be. We will start to fill out that schedule the beginning of October after the early bird ticket period is over, September the 30th. Let me just say that every ticket if you're an annual member already on the Soulogy Network, your ticket's $199, which I don't think you can beat that anywhere with any festival that's 3 days, and I won't even go there. If you're a month-to-month member on the website, on the network, the price is $333 early bird. That includes a 12-month subscription to the SoulogyNetwork.com. If you're not a member monthly, the price is $369. That includes a 6-month membership to the SoulogyNetwork.com. These are great prices without the gift of the annual member or the membership. The smartest thing to do if you're not a member of the network is go join it for $144 and then go buy your ticket, because it qualifies you for the $199, and that means you only spend $343 instead of $369. That was a bug that I figured out after we did it, so why change it? But I certainly share it with you. It looks like we have access to the property. We have access to the property 30 days before. So we will be in November on Saturdays and Sundays fixing the place up and making it into a Soulogy universe. You can camp there. There won't be any showers, but I'm expecting 40 or 50 RVs, self-contained. There's a lot of community at the last two. Maybe somebody will let you do it. I know there's a truck station not too far down, like maybe 3 miles down, that you could take a shower at as well, Victor. Hope to see you there. There will be people camping out. We will be accessing it 30 days beforehand. I expect people to be there showing up probably on the 1st, which is a Friday before the festival. I think there'll be people camping out the weekend before, and certainly all the tents will be set up on Monday of the week. So we'll be probably doing some workshops and some little concerts and other things on that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then of course Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the festival. There's a lot of things I could talk about with the festival, and I think I'll do a separate broadcast for that and start to invite some people on. I would like to give a shout out to Pamela from Higher Vibrations. She's got a strong platform. She's been out there, for those of you who know, about 1.5 years, and she's got a pretty strong platform on YouTube, Telegram, etc. She's bringing about 8 or 10 people from her crew. I just heard from someone else, they're bringing 4 or 5 from their crew. Somebody else hit me up, said they're bringing 3. So I want to thank her for jumping in here, and many other people that are collaborating with the network and the festival. Elsa Dillon, help me out, Anna Toothman, Susan Bornston, Julie Weiss, Adam Miller, Marina Govier has been mad, crazy, committed. Thank you. There's many people too to thank from the past, and I know I've left a lot of people out. That's why I should have stopped naming names. But yeah, so Soulogy Fest, Houston, Texas, Dr. Joe, thank you very much. 2023, Houston, Texas, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. You can go to SoulogyFest.com. You can go to SoulogyNetwork.com, and you can see that stuff. And by the way, if you're not a subscriber at Soulogy Network, you can still go and check everything out. There's the things that we're going to be making available. You could say they're going to be free. You can look at the entire thing. You just won't be able to open up like a full-length video and that type of thing. And it won't be too long before on that landing page, the public page, you'll be able to see a continuous excerpts of all the shows, all the original programming. Really look forward to seeing you guys on the network, and also seeing you, Kate Lumley, Ashley Lee. We look forward to seeing you at the Soulogy Fest in Houston, the Soulogy Network. And there was one other thing I was going to say, and I can't remember now, it just left me. I think it was about the festival, but I can't remember. Oh, wait a minute, it was about updating the site. Yeah, we're doing some updates. We're just starting to get, if you've looked at it where it was and where it is now, it's come a long way, but it's going to be moving a lot quicker very quickly. We are a work in process, just like all of us, but we are no longer going to sit back and wait any longer. There's nothing to wait on. We're going to create our way out of this. We're going to make this shift happen. And I just want to say a big thanks to everyone for all the energy and all the love and all the support and the contributions and the subscriptions and the words and everything, all of these years. Let's go make this shift happen. And thank you very much. Peace out.